Yes, yes, yes. We're back. We're back. Guys, we are back. Guys, you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all code. We do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody that watching us all across the board to KI Culture Radio for the Live Thursday. Hakeem, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like it? What's cracking like it? My man.
Hey man, just trying to take it one day at a time.
Yes, one day at a time is needed. Shout out to those watching us on Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. So very important for you guys to follow so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and also X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Thursday. Now, shout out to Ashley. Hey guys. Hey, Ashley is in the building. I call Ashley, but it's Ash A.
Ash A. What's good, Ash?
What's good, Ash? Didn't see you in a long time. Hope all is well. Hopefully you enjoying this lovely Thursday evening. It's beautiful outside, Hakeem, in Miami. It is beautiful, man.
It's definitely.
You ain't go outside today?
Yeah, I did. I was outside today.
you sound like you was outside.
Yeah.
You sound like you was outside. So we got a lot of things to cover today. You know, a lot of things was going on within the world today. Hakeem, you know, this is also breaking news, but we'll talk about it later on the show. We got our first American Pope. But before we go on to talk about that, go ahead, let's head on to sports. So, Hakeem, the NFL Draft 2027 will be in, you know where? In Washington, D.C. Go ahead, Hakeem, show that clip of Donald Trump celebrating the aspect of the Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl, sorry. The NFL Draft will be in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Because I see this the FIFA World Cup.
No, it's two of them. Two emojis signed.
All right, yep.
To reveal that the 2027 NFL Draft, that's a big thing, will be held right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., on the National Mall, and you get a little glimpse of it. I was just saying to Roger, I don't think there's ever been anything like that. That's a good idea. In fact, maybe we could use it for other things also. I have an idea. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be something that nobody else will ever be able to duplicate that, I don't suspect.
Football really is as essential to the culture of America. We all love it. We all watch it. And it brings people together. And so what a great way to celebrate the United States of America, the NFL, and the Washington Commanders. And President Trump, we leave on your desk a Trump jersey. You are the ultimate commander, so it is a Commander's jersey. There's no bird on it, but you know, we appreciate you and thank you for everything you've done, and look forward to the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I have to say that Josh had a very good draft a short while ago. You have a very good quarterback.
You do.
A great quarterback, I think. Yeah. I'm pleased to reveal that the
you have it, Hakeem.
2027 NFL Draft.
Your thought of the NFL Draft going to Washington, D.C.
You know, this is strategic. You know, him being there, it's just going to bring a lot of notoriety to the city. It's going to bring a lot of money there. I don't think Washington, D.C. had that much attention until now. You know what I mean? But whenever Donald Trump is in office, the city turns up.
Yeah, but to me, I think it's a good look for the NFL now that, but also for Washington D.C. because remember people go there. Remember, it's a monument. They have a lot of historical statue, a lot of historical events too as well. If people have not been to Washington D.C., to me, go ahead and go over there, take a visit, do a lot of museums. So it's gonna bring a lot of heavy traffic over there to Washington D.C. And I think a lot of people are gonna be excited because, like you said, Trump has a lot of fans. A lot of his Trumpers will be there in attendance in 2027. Moving along, Hakeem, you already talked about this, so we're going to talk about this now. So, the World Cup next year is coming to the United States. So that is the one that's going to be huge because they're going to be in some of the major cities. I'm talking about in California, Miami, Atlanta, Washington, you name it. Go ahead. I can show the clip of Donald Trump talking about the World Cup.
Will host the official 2026 World Cup tournament, where 48 national teams will compete in 78 matches right here in the USA. And that'll be something very, very different and very special. These events will attract millions of passionate fans around the world, including my son. I have a son that loves soccer. Barron. Nobody's ever heard of Barron, right? Have you ever heard of Barron? He's a good soccer player, too. He's a little tall for soccer, but that's okay. And over 1 billion viewers. You're going to have one of the biggest viewerships of any sport at any time. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase the beauty and the greatness of America, and we can't wait to welcome soccer fans from all over the globe. I don't know if I'm supposed to say soccer or football, because every time I say soccer, Barron and Eric say you're really saying it wrong. It's supposed to be football, but we know it more as soccer. These events will also generate tens of billions of dollars in economic activity for local businesses and create thousands and thousands of jobs for American workers. I've directed my entire team to do everything within our power to make the World Cup an unprecedented success, and that's what it's going to be. We're going to make sure of it. And next summer, we'll host the official 2026 World Cup tournament.
So there you have it, guys. The World Cup is coming to the United States. This is huge for the United States because, like Donald Trump said, it's going to bring money, heavy traffic, and also, Hakeem, different people from all over the world. And you know, Miami right now, if you live in the Miami area or you're traveling to Miami, you will see they are building another highway because they know it's going to be heavy traffic because one of the games will be hosted here. Go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on the World Cup coming to the United States next year.
This is a power play. Shout outs to Munchie Munch. Munchie, yeah, I didn't know this either, but a lot of people didn't know this. The World Cup is bigger than football.
It is.
Bigger than football. The amount of people that's going to come and spend money is going to blow up. And just also, too, depending on what city, he just named the cities, everybody in that city is going to benefit. Hotels, businesses, restaurants, you name it. You're talking about an upward to maybe 10 to 20 billion coming to America.
Yeah. So, Hakeem, are you excited? Are you going to go?
I'm excited. Listen, I'm a soccer fan, so I'm going to go.
So it is. It's going to be nice. So you talking about teams from like Brazil, from Brazil,
Argentina,
Haiti, Colombia, Argentina. You know, the Pope. You know, Pope watched this football. So it's going to be really, really dope. But shout out to the United States. We are doing bigger and better things on our way. So it seems like the economy is gonna be in a whole different level. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Vertical Live Thursday. Like always, shout out to Chicago Really, that's also in the building. Also shout out to Kevin Jackson is also in the building. Much. Thank you so much, big dog. And also shout out to this Arab dude. I don't know what he's saying. He's speaking in Arabic. So, excuse me, sir. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah. Maybe, hey.
I don't know what he's saying.
Matter of fact, let me see if I can put in my translator.
I was going to say blessings in abundance.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Yeah, sorry, wrong language. Yeah, and Newark is too. Munch is also doing something with a soccer stadium too. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be one of the biggest in the world. He's saying, don't say it.
Hey, we need block him.
Then go ahead.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Damn. Yeah, we need to block you, bro. Yeah,
so
we need to block you, bro. Yeah. That
you can do it. Just go on the account. Just do it.
Yeah. What you said was too disrespectful.
Moving along to money. Money make the world go round. Money make our pockets fat. Let's go ahead and talk about the money. So I think, Hakeem, if you don't know, you probably know now. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and show these headlines as you block that guy from the chat because we don't like unwanted people. So Bill Gates, Hakeem, he's giving away $200 billion and shutting down his foundation. Go ahead and show that Go ahead and show the headline. So Bill Gates made an announcement today saying he's giving away nearly all his money and planning to shut down the Gates Foundation within the next 20 years. So this is about $200 billion going towards global health, education, and also fighting poverty. The Marcus R. co-founder say he doesn't want to die rich. He believes money makes a bigger impact now. Hakeem, your thoughts? Bill Gates giving away his money to the government.
I think this is a honorable thing. I think people already know when you live a good life, the best thing to do is to spread the wealth and give it back. You know what I mean? What do you need to be? What do you need to be rich when you're not here anymore? You know what I mean? So I think this was honorable of him to say this. I think this is just literally typically book plate. But we talked about this in the back. Like he was gonna do this anyway.
Yeah, he did say that he's gonna. That's one of the dreams he's always had to give his money away. You're right, Chicago Gorilla. Warren Buffett did step down as CEO. Now is another person that's running Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett, he said his work is done. So he believed the new CEO will be able to take on his legacy and will move the thing forward. But I don't have a clip on that, but since you mentioned that, I want to speak on that very quickly. So Warren Buffett did step down. Now that when it also comes to money, Hakeem, check this out. This is also a headline too. This is coming from Georgia. If your kid hits a teacher, you may go to jail under the new Georgia Parent Accountability Act proposed by teacher union. So kids, I support this. So kids, which means if your kid hit a teacher in the state of Georgia, you will now be held accountable for it. So that means you may be able to face jail time if the teacher face any bodily harm. Go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on that. I'm with this bill. Go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts.
I support this 100%, but I do think this is I don't necessarily say they should go to jail, the parents. The kids need to go to jail and suffer the consequences. You know what I mean? Because if you're starting this early, who knows if the parents try to correct this? They should just, as soon as you hit a teacher, you're automatically expelled. You go to alternative school. That's it for you.
Yep. And also, last topic when it comes to aspect of financial news, Canada Prime Minister Mark told Trump Canada is not for sale. Go right ahead, I can play that clip.
Benefits to the Canadian citizens, tremendously lower taxes, free military, which honestly we give you essentially anyway because we're protecting Canada if you ever had a problem. But I think it would really be a wonderful marriage because it's two places that get along very well. They like each other a lot.
Well, if I may, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But the opportunity is in the partnership and what we can build together. And we have done that in the past. And part of that, as the president just said, is with respect to our own security. And my government is committed for a step change in our investment.
This benefits to the Canadian citizens, tremendously lower taxes, free military.
This is the thing when it comes to aspect of Canada, especially when he mentioned the fact of lower medical costs. In Canada, I heard their medical costs is already low as it is already. So that's why I disagree with Trump on that aspect. But however, when it comes to the aspect of trade deals, I think it makes a good sense for Canada to pretty much become another state of the United States. Hakeem, do you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah, I agree. Many people have done it. And necessarily it won't become another state. It'll be like how Guam and how Puerto Rico and this, that it'll just be like it's its own thing. Nothing really would change. But the thing is, but a lot of people don't know, we subsidize $200 billion for Canada. $200 billion. The American society subsidized $200 billion. You know what I mean? They got factories over there. They got land and everything. So when we saying that they have gotten majority, a portion of what the American workforce would have. So hey, let's subsidize. You know what I mean? Let's make this trade equal. And not only that, they block and ban a lot of our product.
Yeah, because of the aspect of the tariffs. That's the only reason why they block and ban because of the with the product. Because they didn't know what direction the United States is going when they come to with the tariffs. Go ahead, shout out to Mr. Dialogue. That's also in the business. Go ahead, Hakeem. You can read the comment.
You say, so does that mean that we will be able to go over there when we want with no problem? Yep, that'll be
passport. Hey, it'll be like Puerto Rico, just like Puerto Rico.
You said we or did the White House, Hakeem? No, I think here's the thing. I think if we, Canada's already strict as it is to allow people to come there. But I do think if we do partner with them, it'll be easier for Americans to come. Don't get me wrong. The thing that's still going to be in place is if you're a convicted felon, you still won't be able to cross over.
No, Chicago, I agree with you. American people don't treat Puerto Rico that way.
No. I agree with him in that. Yeah, I agree with that. And Puerto Rico's in debt. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, and they talking to Trump too, because they've been talking to Trump. I think from his last administration team, they're talking about what's going on when it comes to the aspect of the debt with Puerto Rico, and Trump still hasn't made a comment on that. So you do make a good point, but the only good thing about Canada, we can be able to walk over the border with no issue. All we show is our ID, and we good. Yeah. So, and they will benefit at the end of the day because the United States are the biggest consumer in the world. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Thursday. Like I said, shout out to Mr. Darlaw, a.k.a. Kawafi. Is in the building. Shout out to Mr. Hero that's also in the building. Shout out to Joseph. Martin is also in the building as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Thursday.
Look what he say. He say, free all them Puerto Rican mommies all in the country. Boricua, Coqui.
Moving along to hip hop news. So Hakeem, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the hip hop news. So go ahead and show the headline. Bobby Shmurda on tour is canceled. Allegedly, this is alleged. They're saying that right now he's unable to sell any tickets. Nobody's buying it. And I know you did a deep dive on this one. So what's going on when it comes to aspect of Bobby Shmurda?
No. Okay. Cole Espinoza. I wasn't say what you talking about. I say Coqui, the frog. Coqui, Boricua. So here's the thing. Hot in computers and all these songs were like 10, 14 years ago. He hasn't dropped a song since then that was even relevant or hits.
Because he was in jail.
No, that is true, but still, regardless, you still got to drop hits. So, you know what I mean? So his relevancy is not that, not that good. So I could expect that only 10 people bought his tickets. So
yeah, that is the lowest. And if I'm not mistaken, he did go on Instagram Live, and he expressed his emotion about why his ticket sale is so low. He don't understand. He's blaming his management team and also his marketing team because this is Bobby Shmurda. At one point, he was like you said, he was the hottest thing in New York, and now he only sold 10 ticket sales. It doesn't look good for his brand and also his label. So let's see what's going to go on that. To me, you know what he needed to start doing? He need to do more live stream.
Yep. And drop more songs.
And drop more songs. And go to Kai Cenat stream or something, someone that's really huge, so he gets that visibility. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't look good on his behalf. Moving along, Hakeem, to more hip hop news. So the Game, Hakeem had to sell his $4 million home in California because he owes a woman money because I don't know you remember a couple of years back, a woman sued him for sexual assault.
Yep.
She won the case, and now he has to pay up. So he sold his home, and the game is not happy at all.
Hey, let me tell you something. He lost the case. Chicago, he doesn't have no songs out. That's the point. He doesn't have no songs out. There's no relevancy. And not only that, his music didn't age well.
Yeah, and much he do need good producers. He do.
Good producers, yeah. Listen, he was in jail for 7 years. Him and Roddy Rebel. The only reason he took 7 years so Roddy Rebel would come out early too. Remember, it's been over, yeah. He said, ends better find a festival stage to hop on.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, Rolling Loud, he need more visibility. But going on to the game,
the game.
The game ain't doing too well either. He just lost his $4 million home.
Now,
and, that's crazy.
That's crazy. So I don't remember this case too well. And I think this happened on a game show he was on.
Yeah, she got game.
She got game, and I don't know.
Her name was Priscilla.
Jason should fire his attorney. Yes, he should have. Because I don't know how you can do an essay assault on it and she beat the case. This is why we got to stay far away from women and got other women as buffers. You know what I mean? This is why I don't even want to sit next to a woman and stuff like this is happening.
No, but he probably was aggressive. If I can remember, if I can remember the case a little bit, they say he was aggressively on her, but she used it as a. So that's why she was able to grant that. To me, he should have went back and fight for. He was fighting for it for like a year, and then now when she won the case.
Look, Chicago said this is right. He said that home should have been a trust. In Chicago, this is what I'm striving for. Once we get in we're gonna build a trust and fund it. That's the thing, because he would never trust. Never listen. Our beloved O.J. Simpson had all his money in the trust.
Yeah, he did. He didn't play around with the trust. Now, last time when it comes to hip hop news, Hakeem Irv Gotti brother spoke about Ashanti and Irv Gotti relationship, and he was really pissed.
Like he said.
Go ahead.
Oh man.
Go right ahead.
When were they gonna leave this shit alone?
They're not.
Hey, he said there was an interview and said, "Why do you always talk about Ashanti?" He said, "Bitch, because you always ask." Right. And Irv is a straight shooter. He's not gonna fucking hide. He's like, that's why I talk about it, because everyone keeps talking about it.
What you want him to do?
And that's real. And it's like, she should understand that too. Like if you're in the limelight, they asked the question. It wasn't little, it was big. And again, but it's for her to act like it ain't Murder Inc. that made her. Or Irv made her. It's crazy.
Right.
She had 3 deals before him.
That ain't worked out.
You understand what I'm saying? Like something with y'all chemistry worked out. Respect it. That's all. I'm not saying you have to talk about the nigga, but respect the magic that, like he said there was an interview and said, "Why do you always talk about Ashanti?" He said,
does he make a good point? Irv Gotti brother, does he make a good point?
He does make a good point. It's the same thing the way they always ask Dame Dash about Jay-Z. And Dame is like, please, bro, we're grown now. That's so far behind us. And I agree with this, but so this does make sense, but still, you have the right to refuse to answer a question. The lady is married. She has a child. She's with her husband. I would leave it to rest. They're going to
still bring it up. They're going to still bring it up because remember because those stuff people always want to know since the 90s. So right now is the best opportunity to talk about it now, especially why Irv Gotti is no longer living with us on this earth. So everybody wanted to know, did they have a relationship? Did he make her career? What is going on? People are always going to want the gossip. People love gossip.
Listen, but that's the issue with our community. We're so focused on negative stuff, and we always worrying about who somebody's sleeping with. There's money to be made out here instead of be worrying about this. This is why hip hop has not progressed. This is why the old people it's still the same thing that we go through the hood. Money, women, and other people's business. That's what we fight about.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Thursday. Shout out to As Cash watching us right now on IG. And also shout out to Eat and Traveling with Jay. Hey, what's going on? Jay, what's happening? Moving along, I get into other trending news. So, we got our first American Pope.
That's the most beautiful thing to hear.
Go ahead, show the breaking news of our first American Pope right now in the Vatican.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. If people don't know what a power play is, I don't know what to tell you. You better tell them, Ron. You better tell them this was a... Listen, I want to know what Chicago really think about this. If this was a power play.
The world is celebrating the announcement of a new pope. Pope Leo XIV is the first ever American pontiff and one with local ties. He made his first public appearance at the Vatican a few hours ago.
He entered the conclave yesterday as Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost and emerged this afternoon as the new leader of the world's 1.4 million Catholics. It took 3 rounds of voting for him to be elected by the cardinals. There were loud cheers from the crowd as white smoke billowed above from the Sistine Chapel.
It is Thursday night, and the big story in Action News is Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost elected as the 267th Pope. He's now known as Pope Leo XIV.
Well, people are very excited about the election. The 69-year-old is the first ever pope from the United States. He's from Chicago and has ties to our region, having graduated from Villanova University. He's also seen as an exceptional leader who is down to earth, reserved, and kind. ABC News reporter Patrick Reevell. He's live for us tonight in Vatican City with the very latest from there.
It's quiet now here at St. Peter's Square, but what an unforgettable moment as Robert Francis Prevost from Chicago stepped onto that balcony as Pope Leo XIV, the first American Pope.
And from Chicago. Shout out to Chicago.
Chirac!
Cheers from the crowd below as Pope Leo XIV made his first appearance on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. Moments before the announcement in Latin that we have a new Pope.
Habemus Papam.
Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost of Chicago, elected to be the 267th Pope. White smoke rising above the Sistine Chapel this afternoon, signaling that on the second day of the conclave, the cardinals reached that 2/3 majority necessary to select the new Pope. The crowd behind me has been cheering, going jubilant, just celebrating. You can hear them roaring behind me now, applauding and cheering. You can hear the bells of St. Peter's Basilica chiming. That means we do have a Pope. The world has a new Pope. Today, the 69-year-old wearing his papal vestments, addressing the faithful for the first time as Pope, delivering his first blessing and saying, "Peace be with you."
La pace sia con voi.
Emphasizing peace several times. He also mentioned Pope Francis twice, saying he wants to pick up where he left off. The selection making history. He will be the first pontiff from the United States.
Again, to have the Pope from the United States of America, that's a great honor.
There's been a long taboo on naming an American Pope, given the geopolitical power already wielded by the United States.
He has been described as the least American of the Americans.
Pope Francis brought Prevost to the Vatican in 2023 to head the office that vets bishop nominations from around the world, one of the most important jobs in the Catholic Church. People in the crowd waving flags, a young girl brought to tears, others feeling lucky they were there to witness history.
So unbelievable that I'm here right now. I'm here for one day only, and I have the opportunity to be something that's part of world history.
Hey, Jason, I agree with you. Trump ego gonna be big. He gonna be like, I was the one. Go ahead and keep your thought on the first American Pope. This is history. This never happened. Never happened.
This never happened. Chicago, really. If you listen to me, the best song where the people will hear, the people love Pope, all in a rover. It is over. They need to make a song, Love Pope. That's what I need to hear. The people love Pope, all in a rover. Shout Shout out to the American.
Yeah, but that's true, man. The first American Pope.
Chirac.
Trump is excited.
Chirac in the building, and he's Peruvian.
Hey, look at Thomas say. Thomas said, now we have a MAGA Pope and a MAGA president.
Hey, listen, Thomas.
Hey, that's crazy.
The people love Pope holding our over. I said, you might just get over.
And I heard that nobody expect the election to be that fast. Normally it takes about a couple of weeks. They literally came over the voting very fast. So that means you made a great impact when it came to aspect of the voting. They love them.
You're right.
How many boys? Whoa! I don't want to talk about that here. That might be whoa.
He said hot dogs would be served in the Vatican.
The Vatican, it had over 2 million people present at the Vatican when the Pope got announced.
The people
over 2 million people there at the Vatican. So shout out to the Vatican for getting the first American Pope. They are making history in the making. And like they say, Donald Trump is very, very excited about that. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss a live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board.
Hey, listen. Hey, Chicago, I'm going to hit up Nidus to see if he could do the remix to Love Popa for me. Love Popa, like, you know what I mean? Like Love Sosa, but Love Popa. Come on, let's go.
Moving on to the main topic of today's show. So, since we talking about Trump, President Trump has a proposal when it comes to the aspect of Section 8. So, the Trump administration proposed 2026 budget include a 43% cut of federal housing program. So, guys, if you live under the Section 8 program, normally it is funded by the government, but it will no longer be funded by the government. It will be funded by the state. However, critics are complaining because it's going to be a lot of American people that's going to end up being homeless due to the fact of this budget cut. Hakeem, this is very, very big because there's black people, especially white people that live under the Section 8 program. There's also people that are still waiting over 5 to 6 years. What are your thoughts? Would the critics be right? Would this leave a lot of people homeless, or did people all just misunderstood when it comes to aspect of the proposal of the?
Listen, I do not support this at all. This is very troubling. I know people on assistance, and I don't know. This something I'm just really worried about because this is very damaging. Like, this is one of the key things that a lot of people use to live and survive. And for him to cut and make it state run, and I don't know if it's going to be a thing where they're just going to allocate a certain amount of money to certain states for housing each month. He says remove safety nets. Whoa,
no, a lot of people believe that. A lot of people believe that.
Chicago.
A lot of people believe that. A lot of people, because they believe that the Section 8 program has been mishandling and misusing a lot of the funding, so they say dismantle it. I think it's dangerous because there is people that is on the Section 8 program that are great people. They shouldn't be affected by this. However, they will be affected by this because the government no longer will have control. It will be up to the state. So if the state say don't know, that's it.
I'm going to have to agree with Chicago in narrative and dialogues. You are right. Narrative and dialogues. People have been gaming the system, and there have been generation of Section 8 passed down to people, and people are not trying to be productive citizens. But then my biggest worry is the people who are disabled, the people who really needs it, who probably can't work, who needs homes. So that's I'm looking at them and worrying about them. But the other people you talk about, and this is why they made regulations where you only could be on food stamps for only 2 years. A lot of things have been clamping down to force you to either go back to school, get a job, and go get a so you do got a point though.
Yep. But let's see how it goes. Just remember, keep it in mind, guys, it won't go into effect until the next 2 years. So right now it's a proposal, but the cousins are. I haven't heard people say anything about it, but if people are still waiting 5-6 years, to me, just you got to do some twerking. But the Section 8 is not going away. It's just going to be covered by the state. Keep in mind, it's not going away.
But Ron, we also going to know is if it's going to be covered by the state, are they going to do it by a certain body of numbers, or they're going to start examining who been on this too long, what's their condition? So this is the thing that this really about to be an overhaul. But K-Man says YTs are going to support it like they don't understand. They get 60% of Section 8.
YouTube,
yeah.
But it's gonna get a lot of people that's lazy, don't want to work, and it's gonna force them to work. But the people that aren't able to work, they have to fix that, because there's some people that are disabled that's not able to work, and they live under Section 8. Go ahead.
Narrative Dialogue says there have been people who have been in the projects in San Francisco since 1975. They need to get out. Oh Lord Jesus!
No, but I heard what was told to me. Some people pass it on to their skin. And they never leave that. They never leave that environment.
He said, "We know able-bodied cats gaming the system in this space."
Yeah, we know that. Yeah,
I'm not going to just Chicago. When you're right, you're right. I'm not. He said, "Disabled vets and others who are disabled children, yes, can do Section 8." Okay, me and you on the same page. The state will never do the right thing. That's a fact. That's what I'm worried about. Do something else with the tax dollars. Correct. He say, Negroes just need to get a job. Don't worry about Section 8.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I want about people that's disabled, the vets.
Yeah, that's all I'm worried about.
Mentally
challenged. Mentally
challenged. They don't have money to get an apartment or to get a house. They need that Section 8 program. But like I said, there's people been waiting up to 5 to 6 years. They still can't get a home.
Y'all got a lot of points. Let's go.
Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for loving us and having a good time on this Vertical Live Thursday. Moving along, Hakeem. So, guys, if y'all didn't know, yesterday started the Real ID. So, guys, if you have not updated your ID, you might have trouble at the line at the airport. Go ahead, Hakeem. Play that clip. It's at the bottom, right before the Pope. Up. You see it? Real ID Act. Good.
It's been 20 years since Congress passed the Real ID Act, and now after years of delays, tomorrow the Real ID law will be enforced. The Real ID was a recommendation of the 9/11 Commission, asking the federal government to enhance security standards for identification.
As of today, 28% of people in Pennsylvania have their Real ID. That's up 3% from the beginning of last month.
And tonight, Chris Hoffman has everything you need to know as the Real ID law goes into effect.
What's being told to travelers right now is you won't be turned away from a TSA checkpoint if you don't have a Real ID, but you should plan a little bit extra time because of this transitional period. The day that has been long told to you and delayed is, well, finally here. The Real ID will be needed to get on flights beginning Wednesday. If you don't have a Real ID, you must have an acceptable alternative like a passport or a military ID. Pittsburgh International, along with the TSA, say they are prepared.
We want to make sure that people are in the correct lines. We want to make sure people are aware of what they need to have, what IDs they need to have.
Now, according to the TSA, 81% of people in recent weeks have had their Real ID or acceptable form of ID at checkpoints. So they are hoping to not have many delays for travelers with the law going into effect.
So we really don't expect there to be too many inconveniences at the checkpoint for the most part.
If you don't have any form of acceptable ID, you will still get through for the time being. But you may be subject to more screening and will be told your ID is not compliant. Just to make sure you don't miss any flights, it's recommended you give yourself an extra 15 to 30 minutes more than you normally budget for getting to your gate on time. Pittsburgh International plans to have people around to help remind people and have them ready for this change.
There will be a lot of folks that may be unsure as far as what they need to do when they're going through that. So we want to make sure everybody's aware and make sure that people are arriving at the airport with plenty of time.
There's no timeline yet on when this grace period will end. To see all the acceptable forms of ID, we'll have the TSA's link on our website and app. Chris Hoffman, KDKA TV News.
Yes, shout out to Mr. Dialogue, a.k.a. Kawafi. He have two He got the passport, also his ID. Chicago Gorilla said he waited 4 hours in a line to get his ID. So a lot of people are right now getting the ID. If you're not able to, depends on the state, because every state is different. They won't issue you a real ID until your license expired. That's why they're creating another line you could go through, so you won't have to deal with the delay. So right now, it is a long delay at these airports. But Hakeem, your thoughts on the real ID? You think they're overdoing it when it comes to aspect of the real ID?
I don't think so. I think it's necessary. We got to worry about security, and we need to stay one step above the counterfeit guys. Their counterfeiting IDs are getting more and more realistic now. Sometimes you can't even tell. So this is just another layer. You know what I mean? And just to be up on one. You know what I mean? I have my ID, my passport, land and sea. So you know what I mean? So it makes sense.
No, and a lot of people think they're doing this so they can catch illegal immigrants. A lot of people say that's why they really enforced it. Go ahead.
Thomas Mika say if we on a domestic flight in the U.S., we do need the ID.
Yes. It's required. It doesn't matter.
It's required.
You know that you need an ID.
You need that. If you need your passport or your passport card. Either one, or a military ID. Either one of those will work.
So so if you don't have, because surprisingly, you guys won't believe it. There's a lot of people walking around in the United States with no ID.
Oh Lord Jesus!
It's the craziest thing in the world. I be like, how do you survive? Because how do you go to the bank if you lose your bank card? They were literally walking around with
no ID. It's extremely getting hard. You have a lot of older people who don't have that. Listen, there's some people who still walk around with expired IDs. Because a lot of people don't do anything. They say, hey, I'm not going to do that. Like, even for me, I know my ID expires in December, so I need to stay one step ahead of that. And my car registration.
What do you mean expired? How do you get into the venues, the clubs? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They ain't going to no clubs. They ain't going to no clubs, man.
Oh, man. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click on, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to all the new subscribers that right now is in the building, commenting, having fun. We love to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Go ahead, I can read the comments.
He said, I have a Wyoming state ID, the Black Star. Is that okay? That is okay.
Yeah.
Each state has their own state, but that star is
that's all it is. Don't show your ID, Hakeem, but it's just a star. If you,
I was about to show my ID. My Florida ID has the star on the side of it.
Yeah, it's on the top right. You see, it's just a star. But a lot of people believe it's a tracker. Like they're tracking you.
He said warrants have done some serious crimes they do not want no one to know about. Yep. And hello, I just
moving on to other trending news. So this is actually breaking news too. Trump right now is doing an agreement. I know today we're talking about Trump, but Trump is all over the headlines. Trump today is pretty much did an agreement with the United Kingdom when it comes to aspect of the trade deal. Go ahead, I can play that NBC news report talking about Trump and the United Kingdom trade deal.
Listen, the deal they brokered on this one. Hold on, we bring this right up.
It's right above the on TMZ, the NFL draft. He said, "I'm 60. I don't need to give any proof." No, you still need an ID, bro. You gotta get it if you're trying to travel, or if you have a passport. You good. It's either or. Either or. Go ahead. You found it?
Yeah.
Billions of dollars of increased market access for American exports, especially in agriculture, dramatically increasing access for American beef, ethanol, and virtually all of the products produced by our great farmers. And our Secretary, as you know, of Agriculture is here. Brooke, thank you very much for being here.
It's a good day. Thank you, sir.
You'll let the farmers know. In addition, the UK will reduce or eliminate numerous non-tariff barriers that unfairly discriminated against American products. But this is now turning out, I think, really to be a great deal for both countries, because it'll be really great for the UK also. So they're opening up the country. Their country is a little closed and we appreciate that. They'll also be fast-tracking American goods through their customs process, so our exports go to a very, very quick form of approval, and there won't be any red tape. Things are going to move very quickly both ways. The final details are being written up in the coming weeks. We'll have it all very conclusive, but the actual deal is a very conclusive one. We think just about everything's been approved. So good for both countries, and we'll also receive new market access for American chemicals, machinery, and many other industrial products that weren't allowed, and they'll end up getting products that they'll be able to price, and if they like them better and we make great products, they'll be buying those products, but they were not available in the UK. Furthermore, in a historic step, the deal includes plans that will bring the United Kingdom into the economic security alignment with the United States. That's the first of its kind. So we have a big economic security blanket, and that's very important. And we feel very, very comfortable with that because it's been a great ally, truly one of our great allies. I mean, the deal includes billions of dollars of increased market access for American exports, especially in agriculture, dramatically increasing.
There you have it. So Trump trade deal for the United Kingdom, is going into effect. So Hakeem, your thoughts on that?
The best deal maker in America, and a lot of people might not understand. Who cares about the beef? Imagine we have a lot of cattle here. More Americans who sell beef, more money put in our pocket, the more money that can circulate. That's all it is. He is the deal maker. I'm going to buy his book.
That's it. And remember, people say they want to see Trump, see how he better the economy. You see, he's in the workup better than the economy. He's trying to hold on to the piece of the bargain. Moving along to other trending news. So, Hakeem, this one is actually very disheartening and it's very sickening. So, a Houston man has been charged with murder and also SA actually allegedly providing his daughter, Hakeem, his daughter and her friend with fentanyl. And not only that, but he also was alleged that he was also sexually abusing them as well. Go right ahead, Hakeem, play that clip. Shout out to Mimi. Mimi was the one that sent me this clip. Go right ahead.
Josh, you are a vile person. This is a heinous crime.
Harris County man is charged with murdering his daughter.
This after investigators tell us the woman died of an overdose from fentanyl that he allegedly gave her. ABC 13's Shannon Ryan joining us now live outside of the victim's Alief apartment, where police say this all took place. And Shannon, this is relatively a new charge for the Harris County District Attorney's Office?
Hey there, yes, it is. Back in 2023, the Texas legislature passed a law allowing for fentanyl murder charges. That was the same year this woman died. The Harris County District Attorney's Office tells me this case is one of the first such instances where they've used that law. Clutching a photo of her daughter, Jade Youngblood, tightly to her chest, Bernice Hawkins speaks directly to the man accused of killing her.
Josh, you are a vile person. This is a heinous crime. Jade loved you, and you took her from us.
Hawkins says she conceived Jade with Josh Youngblood when the two were in high school.
Josh was a come-and-go kind of person when it was convenient for him, and then as Jade got older, it was more of what could Jade do for Josh.
Even still, Hawkins says her daughter, who had a bleeding heart and big voice,
this is the last love song I'll ever write for you,
fought for the relationship.
She craved the love of her father, and I think she gave him a lot of exceptions and allowed him a lot of leniency in areas that other people probably would not.
On Thanksgiving Day 2023, authorities allege Youngblood took advantage of that love, reportedly plying 27-year-old Jade and her friend with fentanyl.
Because he had an ulterior motive to hurt somebody else.
As Youngblood's own daughter lay dying from an overdose, DEA Houston acting special agent in charge Will Kimball alleges he sexually assaulted her unconscious friend.
This case is extremely, extremely disheartening because it goes against all decency.
Now, 2 years after his daughter's death, Youngblood is charged not only with sexual assault, but Jade's murder.
Joshua Youngblood, will you please stand up?
The same year Jade died, the Texas legislature passed a law allowing for murder charges in cases where fentanyl distribution results in death. Harris County District Attorney's Office First Assistant Chandler Rain says Jade's case is the 8th such charge HCDAO has filed.
Thank you for everything.
Shout out to Texas.
For not letting the case die with his lies, but to keep pursuing. And so he was caught.
Man, this is sick. This is sick. This is the type of world we live in. And shout out to Mimi for sending us this topic. And you know what? We need to bring more awareness to this as well. The demon is not always on the outside. It could be actually in your own home. I always tell people to make sure you check up on your loved ones because you never know what they're going through. And then when you find out, it might just be too late. Go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts.
You say
demon from the east.
Let me read this. Thomas Mika say Houston has some spotty crimes. I lived in Greenport and in the Woodlands. And on the W side of River Oaks, Houston can get dangerous, suddenly then quiet. Brother, you are right. This right here let me know that we're in the end of times. When a father is going to give his daughter a fentanyl pack. I'm happy that he got charged with the M word. I'm looking for the D penalty. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm looking for the D penalty. I hope the D penalty get dropped. I don't want to wait 20 years. I need him to be up out of here.
Oh man, it is. Shout out to Kareem Stevens. Said I need more positive story, please. Yeah, the problem is with the problem is with the positive story. A lot of them get bloated out with all the negative story. So you know, I love to bring a sense of awareness, especially with things like this, because people need to know that people are not in their right mind. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do really appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Vertical Live Thursday. I can't move it along. So, comedian Tiffany Haddish, remember we talked about her pretty much living in her car. She said she went on a date with a guy. She go on dates with guys just for food. Why? When she was struggling.
This is disgusting.
This is why I don't do dates no more, man. But go ahead.
Me too.
Your thoughts. Go ahead. Play the video. Play her soundbite.
To have to go on a date with a guy because you need a meal, and it's like I don't even want to be nice to this person or even get to know him. I'm hungry. I don't know. But I have a strong feeling that we are going to have a lot more thinner people out here with the price of everything. And like, you know, in this past election, we were told that the price of food would come down, but it seems like it's just going up. So now, do you know how horrible it is to have to go on a date?
There you go, Hakeem. That's her texting somebody that she go on a date with. Because went for food and stuff like that. So, Hakeem, your thoughts on? I don't do dates no more, man. But go ahead.
Listen, my homeboy Peace the 7, he said they call this dating for help. So she clearly was broke and could not sustain her own lifestyle. So she go and use people to date for help and eat. A lot of women do this, and it's a disgusting manner. And this is why a lot of y'all don't qualify for marriage. And she's not married to this day. And then sometimes it's just good to just shut up. You promoting this thing, letting men know that, okay, you date for help. Put the pum pum on the table first before we can pay for that. He said, who cares? Mitchell, you're right. Who cares? But we have to report it. You know what I mean?
And now that it brings a sense of awareness, so you guys got to be more careful on the type of woman you date. Now, there's some women that's very, to me, you got to date with a purpose. I heard that on the panel one day. Date with a purpose. You got to date. When you're dating someone, it got to make sense. You're not just dating somebody because you're just trying to have sex with them. If you're trying to have sex with them, then you shouldn't be going on a date. Chances are the woman going to end up pretty much using you. But that's how life is. Last topic on today's show, Hakeem. Last topic on today's show. So Young Miami pretty much having fun online because people trying to figure out what type of deodorant does she use. I don't know why this was trending, but then I realized she did a TikTok video she was talking about a deodorant she used. One of her assistants smelled her armpits. It's on the next slide. Like one of her smelled her armpits. Oh, good. So a lot of women want to know what deodorant does she use.
I want to apologize to Thomas. It's Micah. Thomas Micah. I apologize, Micah.
Go right ahead. Play the clip.
No, why y'all want y'all armpits to smell like me? I don't want to share deodorant with y'all. That's why I ain't tell y'all my deodorant. I don't want y'all armpits smelling like me. No, why y'all want y'all I'm not telling y'all my favorite perfume. So this is the thing, right? So I was gatekeeping my deodorant. I was like, I'm not gonna tell y'all just what type of deodorant I wear. And y'all went and found my deodorant. It's the whole thing on TikTok. Put on some deodorant. I will share my deodorant with y'all, but I don't want y'all smell like mine. So on Donna Karen, if you see this, throw me a coin. This is a whole trend about my underarms, my armpits. Smell me?
You pretty.
Yeah!
She pretty.
I'm not telling y'all my favorite perfume. So this is the thing, right? So I was gatekeeping my deodorant.
And now that, but this is why I want people to understand that everything's money. Just by her saying that, women are willing to buy whatever deodorant she uses because a lot of women look up to her. But Hakeem, your thoughts on her not sharing her deodorant she used? I think that was a marketing tool she could have used.
Yeah, I'm just wild that this is even trending. And then that they actually just.
It's Young Miami. Come on, it's Young Miami. Especially it's P. Diddy right now. Yeah, she's gonna be trending, of course.
That shit sound crazy.
And not only that, but this is why the beauty industry is over $4 billion because women tend to love beauty. They want to feel, look, all the beauties have to offer. And for her to trend about deodorant, show you how powerful the beauty market is. So, ladies, market yourself. Sell that deodorant, whatever deodorant you use. Especially if you're beautiful and you look good. Women will buy it. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that was watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kit, and also Twitch. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and also X. Shout out to Thomas that was also in the building. Thomas Micah. That's his name. Thomas Micah.
Thomas Micah.
Shout out to all the new subscribers that's here in the building. Shout out to Kareem Stevie that's also in the building. Shout out to Ash A also in the building. Shout out to Mr. Dialogue was also in the building. Shout out to Chicago Rilla also in the building. Shout out to everybody that was watching us on Instagram. We had a couple of people watching us on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Thursday. Guys, it's also very important. Go to KL Culture Radio. Description in the description where you can find a KL Culture Radio store where we have the hats, the coffee mug, the t-shirt, you name it, is all in the KL Culture Radio store. And also, guys, make sure you go to KL Culture Radio Community tab. In the Community tab where you can find Prince Hakeem's new book, Raising Kings. Also, his other book, Black Love, and also his album out now. Go and check it out. And also, guys, make sure you go and also check out the shorts of Hakeem's new single that's about to get ready to drop. What next week or this week?
Yeah, it's dropped. I'm gonna have to link it.
I am SW. I am not picking my nose. Stop it. I'm like this. I'm wiping my nose. I'm not picking my nose. No, Ronnie, he keeps picking his nose. But That's why it's so very. That's why I say, guys, it's so very important that you make sure you come over here, support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate it by hitting the like button, hitting the share button, also hitting that notification bell, so you never miss it. We go live, and we will be going live tomorrow as well at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Vertical Live Thursday. We over and out.
Hey, we're gonna play the ad real quick.
I'll play the ad. Go right ahead. This is not picking your nose, wiping your nose, my dude. I love the trolls, though.
Oh, definitely.
Need a standout design? AIL Studios has you covered. Are you a small business owner in need of a logo? A writer looking for the perfect book cover? Planning a family reunion and need a custom t-shirt design? Or maybe you're a rapper or singer who wants artwork that truly elevates your music. If you can't find the design you're looking for, let me create something unique just for you. At AIL Studios, I bring your vision to life with custom graphic design services tailored to your needs. From sketch to final masterpiece, I'll guide you through every step of the process. Let's create something amazing together. My services include logo design, flyer design, invitations, poster design, business card design, music cover art, social media banners and profile pic, t-shirt design, tattoo design, stickers, book covers, postcards, newsletters, illustration design, children's books, character design, custom paintings of family portraits and pets, and creative consulting. For pricing and info, contact me at ailstudios202@gmail.com and let's get started.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Counterculture Radio Vertical Live Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow.